Did you see what's going on? Obviously, you've seen what's going on in California. But the governor gave this creepy fucking speech where he was talking about speculators coming in and talking about what to do with the land of all these homes that have been burnt down while it's still only 6% contained. And he did this little dance, like, I've been talking with these, with the governor of Hawaii about what to do. We got some ideas. A speculator, we're going to have some meetings. Like, he's
really?
Oh,
California Governor Gavin Newsom is now calling his city's homeless encampments unacceptable, which is odd since he's the guy who, made them acceptable, turning sidewalks into red carpet events for drug addicts, thieves, and unemployed CNN anchors. On Monday, he urged cities to ban the camps from sidewalks, parks, and other public areas. So after years of denying the problem, he's now pretending to fix it, which is like putting on a condom as you're leaving a whorehouse. Who hasn't?
He came in with confidence, but it didn't last long. Under the pressure, Gavin Newsom looked briefly confused, unsure which camera was on him, and viewers noticed it immediately. Joe Rogan kept pressing with one point after another, while Greg Gutfeld's sharp jokes cut through the tension. This wasn't normal pushback. It was a slow unraveling that chipped away at his polished image, piece by piece.
President Newsom either. Nobody believes in that guy. That guy's a fucking con man. Everything he did in California, from trying to mandate vaccines for kids, to being caught public without a mask and lying about the fact that he was outdoors.
Yeah.
Nobody believes in that guy. He's just a politician. Just a stone cold, narrative driven politician. Nobody thinks he's a real human. Whether you like Trump or not, whether you think he's corrupt or not, that's a human being. You know what that guy is. Same thing with RFK Jr. Whether you believe that he's correct about vaccines or whether you believe his policies would be effective, and that's a human being. With Newsom, you got like this construct, this cardboard cutout of a person. I don't think people want that, but they might want it more.
The camera zoomed in on Newsom almost theatrically as he stood frozen at the podium, projecting the confidence of someone used to commanding the room. Rogan and Gutfeld locked in, and what started as a conversation quickly turned into a public dismantling. Polished suits ran straight into razor-sharp commentary. This wasn't a debate between equals.
Kennedy, I think the answer is yes, 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 yes.
Was it because of Israel? Yes. Interest rates? Yes. Too woke? Yes. Mm-hmm. It's like every bad policy that trickled up to the White House during the Biden administration started in California. That state is responsible for the worst politicians in modern history. And he is at the top of the list, and there are some ignoramuses on.
Newsom carries himself as if every entrance is a campaign ad. He's mastered the familiar political formula, the flawless smile, polished phrases, and rehearsed confidence of a high-profile progressive figure. He's known for climate talking points and aspirational language that sounds inspiring on cue.
Their houses have been burned, all their childhood memorabilia, all the stuff for their kids, the photos, the fucking everything they have. Everything they have is gone. All heirlooms, their mother's wedding ring, that kind of shit. Everything's burnt to the ground. And this guy's like standing in front of all this stuff, and he's got a smile on his face, and he's talking about land use.
Take his environmental messaging. The promises are everywhere, ambitious enough to slap green labels on just about everything. Yet California's power system still struggles under routine strain. Residents are pushed toward electric alternatives, only to be warned not to use them during peak hours. Gas appliances are restricted while rolling outages remain a regular issue.
The guy who thinks he's going to run for president when, so much of the state is absolutely unlivable. And so every project that he's championed, he's now trying to demonize conveniently. And people are not that dumb. Like, people have been through it in his state. They are sick of him. They want him to leave. And maybe that's why so many people around him are like, you should totally run for president. So he gets out of the state.
Yes. Move away.
Joe Rogan eventually hit his limit with the state. What once felt like opportunity started to feel unmanageable. Even someone known for embracing challenges decided it was time to move on. Rogan packed up, relocated, and didn't go quietly. He took his massive platform with him. The Joe Rogan Experience isn't just a podcast, it's a global media force. His appeal comes from open conversation and a healthy skepticism of official narratives. Few things fueled that skepticism more than California's lockdown policies.
Why you had some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties, and the like. So we're already working with our legal teams to move those things forward, and we'll be presenting those in a matter of days, not just weeks.
With a big smile on his face. Look at the little wiggle he does with his shoulders. Speculator, watch this. Talking to John. Look at this. Look at this little wiggle. It's excited about the possibilities of speculators coming in. And he's saying we're move forward. We're going to move forward on that. These people lost their homes. A lot of those people don't even have fire insurance because the fire insurance pulled out of California. I think like 69% of fire insurance pulled out of California because they're like, this is too crazy. Like, you guys aren't doing jack shit to manage this. You're not clearing.
Rogan wasn't alone in raising concerns. He brought in experts from medicine, economics, and other fields, many of whom questioned the consistency of California's policy. Small businesses struggled while large corporations seemed to sail through, and regulations felt unpredictable. Through it all, Newsom maintained his composed image, confident that messaging could outweigh growing frustration. Then came the departures, businesses, tech, and talent leaving the state. Rogan didn't just comment on the trend, he became part of it, turning his move into a statement far more powerful than any statistic.
Millions have lost their homes and they're still suffering from the devastation. What does Gavin Newsom decide to do? Well, now is apparently the perfect time to try and boost his popularity and essentially promote himself. He's launched a podcast. I'll play you the trailer in just a moment, but take notice. Does the trailer that he shared with the world on X, does it even mention the most horrific fire catastrophe that occurred under his leadership, partly as a result of the decisions he was making, like cutting fire prevention? No, this is his chance to talk about his image, insisting that
Boodle pushed further, shining a light on the media's glowing portrayal of Newsom. Major outlets often frame him as a visionary, highlighting ambition while downplaying real-world consequences. Gutfeld challenged that narrative, exposing the gap between media praise and everyday reality. Rising costs, energy issues, and housing struggles dominate people's lives, yet coverage often celebrates symbolism over substance. His climate-focused satire.
Too.
Well, it's not his words when he speaks.
Yeah.
You have to watch him closely. And some genius decided not to film him any lower than the shoulder.
Yes. Did you? Yes.
So what did he do?
You couldn't see the hands.
No, but he sent Morse code.
Yes.
Go back and watch it. Look at the blinking. Blink, look. Meet me at the house. Like, he's blinking. He's sending. I'm getting there. Hey, just so you know, I'm not wearing.
Rogan didn't rely on theatrics. He simply said what many were already thinking. The system wasn't working. Then Greg Gutfeld stepped in from a different angle. His style wasn't loud, but it was sharp, and every joke landed with purpose. He highlighted the gap between Newsom's polished image and outcomes that felt far less refined. Behind the well-lit speeches were real struggles, homelessness, shuttered storefronts, and communities under strain. Gutfeld painted a picture of a place where wellness branding coexisted with deep dysfunction, and that contrast hit hard with viewers.
When Gavin Newsom talks about California, he's like, I'm very big on California, very bullish on California. Hey, they're all moving. The only reason why they don't move is because it's too difficult to move. It's too expensive to leave versus all the bullshit with all the permits and all that. It's too expensive. Believe that he's correct about vaccines or whether you believe his policies would be effective. And that's a human being. With Newsom, you've got like this construct, this cardboard cutout of a person. I don't think people want that, but they might want.
Speculation about national ambitions surfaced, and talk of a future presidential run emerged. Gutfeld didn't hold back, questioning whether national success was realistic given the unresolved issues at home. His comparisons were sharp and illustrative, showing that expansion without stability rarely works. Paired with Rogan's fact-driven critiques, their commentary became a 1-2 punch. Rogan provided the evidence.
National office, he acts like a Republican. This is where the left is really pro-trans. Suddenly,
Rogan kept his tone calm and measured, never shouting or exaggerating. He simply laid out observable trends, population shifts, business closures, and rising homelessness. His personal choice to leave carried extra weight because it came from first-hand experience. Gutfeld followed with humor, turning frustration into pointed satire.
Governor Gavin Newsom has been facing major calls to resign over his appalling handling of the deadly California wildfires. And just to quickly recap, these were the most destructive wildfires the state has ever seen. More than 16,000 properties were destroyed. The cost of the fires is estimated to be more than $200 billion. And for businesses in LA County, the future is looking grim. It's projected businesses will continue to lose billions of dollars over the next 5 years.
Despite their contrasting styles, both reached the same conclusion. Newsom prioritized presentation over results. The image looked impressive, but the outcomes fell short, like a trailer promising excellence but delivering confusion. The disconnect became impossible to ignore. Approaching the issue from different angles, Rogan and Gutfeld peeled back the gloss, exposing what they saw as a consistent pattern of style overshadowing substance.
I went there. I had a great relationship with President Xi. We got along very well. And they treated me better than anybody's ever been treated. And I said, this air is good. Do you know they closed every factory 1 week before I got there from within 200 miles?
That's like what Gavin Newsom did when Xi Jinping came to San Francisco.
He cleaned it up.
He cleaned it up. He got rid of all
Isn't
the homeless
that terrible
people.
in a way? To think, he cleaned it up and then it became a pigsty.
Well, the dumbest thing is he said when your friends come by, when you have visitors, you clean up your house. Like, how about just keep your fucking house clean?
Can you imagine?
It's the dumbest thing I've...
Keep bringing up Gavin. Well, other than my respect for his work in American Psycho, he's starting to distance himself from his party's worst ideas. Newsom, a guy who hates fossil fuels but could still bring down the price of gas by wringing out his hair, once proclaimed that his state would be a sanctuary.
The final moments of the exchange weren't about winning an argument. They were about exposing a pattern. Newsom wasn't just criticized. His approach was dissect. Filters, branding, and symbolism were laid bare. Rogan could revisit the topic in future episodes, and Gutfeld could turn it into recurring satire. Meanwhile, Newsom is unlikely to slow down, continuing to project vision through carefully framed moments. For critics, that's the central issue. It was never about transformation.